The question. Did Elon Musk play this account to level 97? The answer is very simple. No.
I will be victorious! I will be victorious! I will be victorious! I will be victorious!
So
That son of a bitch!
You all saw that before the show, right?
so that whole thing is over with now. Elon lost all of his kvetching, if you'll forgive the term.
Yeah.
All of his whining, if you will, all of his bemoaning of Asmongold, calling him out of control, saying that he is
bad at
not a
video
good
games.
gamer. Yeah, he's bad at video
He's
games.
a controlled man.
Yeah,
So,
he's a controlled man. Yeah.
For those of you guys who haven't been keeping up with this latest round of Elon internet drama, so quick recap. At the beginning of the year, I think it was like January 7th, Elon Musk, as we all know, he loves playing video games. He likes Diablo. He played Fortnite the other night. So Elon goes on to, you like that? So Elon on January 7th, he goes on Twitter X and he starts streaming himself playing Path of Exile 2. And yes, it's him. You can hear him talking. He's interacting. There's no doubt that he's actually playing the game in that stream. But people who are watching the stream started realizing like this, he claims to be, his account is one of the top ranked accounts in the entire world. And yet he doesn't seem to know very, very basic things, right? He would pass items that are end game level, like super rare. He would throw away amazing equipment just because it wasn't, on his level, even though that doesn't really matter in Path of Exile. So with that, a lot of people started going like, what is going on here? This is a little weird. And then we got a sort of mini deep dive from a YouTuber named Quinn TV, who kind of basically explained that aside from Elon's weirdness with his gameplay, the fact of the matter was that his account, Elon's account, was like level 98. And the only way you can do that in Path of Exile 2 is by like basically living, breathing, eating, sleeping the game. So the way the game works is that up to a certain point, you get standard amounts of XP. I think it's like level 20. After that, each level starts requiring way more. And, we've all played Pokemon. We all know that that's how games typically work, right? 100 XP to get to level 5. Level 6 is going to take 110. But this is like, you start, level of 20, 100 XP, level 11, 4,000. Like that's how big these gaps are between level gains. So to get to level 98 means he had to have been doing this all day, every day since the game first came out at the end of December. And just by the sheer fact that we have seen him outside, right? He's made personal appearances, places, he's done interviews. That alone was enough for everybody to go like, you're not playing this game. Like you clearly have somebody on like working for you, playing the game, and then they just hand the keys over to you and let you stream and play the game, which, that there is literally nothing wrong with that. If at this point Elon had come out and said like, yes, you're right. Like I do have people who level it up because I just really want to play and I don't have the time. I don't think any of us would be talking about this. We would have been fine. Because like even me, a noted un-Elon fan, I would have just been like, yeah, that's fine. Like he's busy. Like I don't expect him to do that. But the problem was
I am the greatest gamer on the earth today.
that is kind of the problem, is that instead of, responding to all this by just coming clean initially, Elon started attacking people. And the main person was Asmongold, because Asmongold watched the recap video from Quinn TV. He, as you saw in the clip, he turned to his audience afterwards and said, no, Elon's definitely not playing. And then he issued a challenge to Elon saying, Elon, very simple. Just play the game on stream with a face cam. It's like, just do that. Show us that you can play like the first stage and I'll be quiet. Like, you know what? I'll even help you out by, if you do that, I will stream on X for an entire year, which he was going to multi-stream, but that's still a really big get for the platform and the revenue and all that stuff. After that video, after Asmongold makes that challenge, a bunch of people start coming out of the woodwork to defend Elon Musk, from streamers he's worked with to Grimes, his ex-wife, or were they ever married? I don't remember, but the mother of his child. But a lot of these people start coming out and they go, oh no, everybody accusing Elon, they don't know. He's really, really good at Diablo 4. I saw him play it. I know he's good at Quake. And it's like, these are all things we knew. Like, we've seen him stream Diablo 4. It is a recorded fact that he used to be a big Quake player way, way, way back in the days of like early PayPal. None of those games have anything to do with Path of Exile. It was such a bizarre phenomenon for this, like these past few days, to see everybody who defended him basically going, yes, he leveled his Path of Exile account because he's good at other games. It would be like me going like, oh yeah, I'm a great quarterback because, you know, I was a great goalie in soccer and I hit a couple home runs in baseball. Cool. They're both sports, but they're not really related at all past that. So one such streamer who came out, I believe his name was Scream TV. He comes out with a video where he basically levels that. He tweets it out. He says, look, I believe Elon Musk did it. I believe that's his Path of Exile account because he loves video games. Elon, obviously, you know, noticing that this is somebody on his side, replies to this individual and kind of just starts going at Asmongold. He starts accusing him of being controlled, of not being his own man, of having to serve his masters, of not being a good video gamer. And it was sort of very bizarre because it was such an escalation of what had happened. Not only was Elon coming out and insulting Asmongold for sort of no reason, but he also was like leaking DMs that they sent between each other just out of nowhere, out of pocket. And it was a bad...
You serious?
Beep. That's my favorite part of it. Yeah, the beep. But no, I am unfortunately serious. And yeah, so after that, Elon comes out, he starts attacking Asmongold, leaking DMs, trying to basically, instead of acknowledging the challenge or saying I'll do it or saying I don't want to do it, he just comes out and starts attacking Asmongold's credibility, saying, you know, oh, he has to bow to his masters, blah, blah, blah. There's a DM, you know, as proof that Asmongold is controlled, and it's literally just the conversation is Asmongold going like, they're clearly planning some sort of as of yet unannounced collaboration. So Asmongold tells Elon like, oh, hey, I'm going to see if my editors would want to make like a different channel for this. And Elon goes, what? Who are editors? And Asmongold just is like, oh, they're two guys who clip my content, and, you know, run this side of things. That they are his employees, but Elon, for some reason, whether through regular ignorance or like what's the word, like intentional ignorance, he
Super ignorance,
Super Saiyan ignorance. He just went, look, you have editors, you're controlled. And so it was this very, very weird moment where, again, all you have to do is either just say like, I don't want to do it, or I will do it. Shouldn't be that hard, but to come out and start attacking, all of us here, we've been on the internet long enough to sort of go, oh, I know what's happening here. If you ask somebody a question or you challenge them or say, can you show me this? And they only deny, they don't say like, oh, I'll get it to you later, right? Or I'm a little busy right now, but hit me back up for it. If they just go, you're stupid, why should I show you? I don't need to prove anything to you. 99% of the time, that implies that, oh, you're kind of full of it. So Elon was stuck on this for days. He had more people coming out of the woodworks trying to say he's good at Diablo, so he's good at Path of Exile too. Then this is where the story gets so odd to me, because another YouTuber goes ahead and he messages Elon to, you know, try and get some information about this situation, gets super lucky, and Elon decides to message him back and they start a little dialogue. And so the streamer just straight up asks him, have you ever, you know, had anybody help level you on either of your accounts on Path of Exile 2 or Diablo 4? And Elon just goes like, yeah, of course I do. You can't beat the Chinese unless you do it, or you can't beat the players in Asia unless you do it. And it's like, wait a second, you just spent the entire week saying, no, I definitely did this. And you attacked Asmongold only to later come out and be like, yes, I was lying. But not only did he come out and admit that he was lying about Path of Exile 2, but he randomly brings up Diablo. He just out of nowhere goes like, oh yeah, and I do it for Diablo too. And it's like, nobody asked. Like, we all kind of believed you. Like, I was like, you are a good Diablo 4 player. I'm not doubting that. And out of
He
nowhere,
prematurely truthed, Spencer. That's what happened. He prematurely truthed.
He really needs to see a doctor about that. In men of his age, it can be a very, very big problem.
It comes on quick. No pun intended. It comes on quick. Yeah. Catches some fellas by surprise.
Catches you by surprise, making a surprised look on your face once you realize what you said. But then, yeah, so he comes out, he says, I definitely do that. And then he just, that is sort of what the situation kind of is at, is he came out, he said, yep, I definitely do that. I have to do that. And then the streamer asked him, like, do you think you should apologize and like come clean? And he went, I have nothing to apologize for. Why should I apologize? And one thing I want to note is that Elon is running this defense. Like, the narrative he's trying to say, as you can see in the messages exchanged between the two, is that like he's trying to go, I never claimed I was a top Path of Exile 2 player. But I want you guys to know, like, that is one of those word games that we kind of see from the Neo left a lot, because Elon didn't say, hi, Cider, Jacob Nerdigans, I'm looking at you in the camera. I'm one of the greatest Path of Exile 2 players. But he still went on, streamed himself using that account, didn't explain to anybody that, oh yeah, I've had help, and continued to sort of act like he was the only person using that account. So ergo, you're lying to everybody about being a big Path of Exile 2 player. Now, in the grand scheme of things, and whatever disasters Elon is going to bring us in the future, this is kind of a nothing burger. Like, this is not really anything about what his future companies are going to do, or Doge, or any of that. But I think I've been seeing a lot of people in Bounding's comments, either on the article or on Twitter, going, why are we talking about this? It's not even really an issue. We have so many more important things to focus on. One, I laugh because, come on, guys, you know that if this was somebody you all collectively didn't like, you would be so stoked to be talking about this all the time. But it just sort of gives an insight into what Elon really, really, like, how do I put this? I've always held that a lot of what Elon really desperately wants approval. Everything he does is so that somebody can look at him and go, I like you. You're doing well. So I think that's what he was trying to do here. But nobody in the world really cares if you're good or bad at video games. If you're good and you tell people, like, oh, I'm a big tournament player or whatever, it'll be cool. And people will be like, oh, that's neat. Like, talk to me about it. But if somebody else went, I'm good at Call of Duty, they would go, all right, we get it.
Now, let me ask you this question. Now, let's put all of this together in a bow here. Conspiracy theory.
Yes.
Do you think that Elon Musk did the Nazi salute at the Trump inauguration solely to get the heat off of himself for being exposed for being not a real gamer? Do you think that's what actually happened here? Please
tell me that's not actually something people are trying to say.
Do you think that the shame was so bad? He's like, how do I get people to stop talking about the fact that I'm not actually good at Diablo? Oh, I got an idea.
Well, are people going to expose Elon as a furry next? Like, are we going that far?
You don't know who's a furry behind the scenes.
I know, but like, exactly. It's up to him to expose it. And maybe it's out there. Maybe all I have to do is go on Elon's Twitter and search Lucario, and I've got it dead to rights. But yeah, more to the point, this is just it's just not a, I would personally look for more. I don't know. It's just so weird to me to see somebody who's so powerful, so influential, care that much about what like everybody thinks about him.
I mean, Trump does.
You see what the problem is? The problem here is that he had hands out, like he had fingers out. If he had did the fist, he could have been like, yeah, like he could have turned it into a Black Power thing, and everyone would have been cool because he's African American. He can do that, but he in the ruin.
I mean, let's be real. Like, the first thing I thought of when the headlines went out about Elon doing a Nazi salute, it's like, oh god, this is like Nintendo of Europe saying Pikachu is doing a Hitler salute. That was the first thing I thought of.
No, the first thing I thought of is that this is literally what everyone's going to be talking about for the next 4 years. Thanks, idiot.
Yeah, no, that unfortunately that was my reaction too, because the honest truth is This was
Mhm.
not him trying to be like Heil Hitler or Third Reich or anything. This was him clearly doing a really badly timed, badly gestured gesture. I can admit that. But yeah, that's what I'm annoyed at is like for the next whatever, now you just gave the most annoying people.
It has gotten so bad. Legitimate reporters have already been fired.
I saw that.
already been fired over this story because
some meteorologist woman just got fired because she tweeted or she like Instagram storied like, I can't believe he did that, and then gone.
I think even though what happened is the news organization came out and said, let's not call Elon Musk a Nazi. That's not good. It's like, no, he is a Nazi. And it's like, okay, well, you're gone. Like, I don't know what more to say.
We had one rule. You had one job.
I challenge you not to read this meme in his voice.
No.
Let me bring my guy in. Let me bring my guy in. I'm gonna make sure he knows that this is a real.
It's just Elon. It's just Elon with like one of those Groucho Marx glasses on. Like, yep, that's a fake Nazi salute. If I ever saw, it's very fake.
Not the real one. Very much not the real one.
Probably the fakest I've ever seen.
Yeah. The fakest I've ever seen. Perfect.
Now I gotta make it in AI.